Welcome to Pre-K. Let's begin our journey down the Pre-K hall. To the left will be the bathrooms, in which at the beginning of the year and throughout the year at specific times, the students will go as a class to the bathrooms. As the students become more independent, we allow them to go to their bathrooms on their own. On the left are the boys and on the right are the girls. Also at the bathrooms we have the water fountains. Here at the door are the cubbies in which the students have their extra set of clothes and their blanket for nap time. Now let's take a look into our classroom. An important part of the day in the pre-K classroom is center time. Each day, students are allowed free choice during centers for an hour, in which they can choose from blocks, reading, writing, art, science, math, dramatic play, or music to work in. In their centers, we have a variety of materials in which they learn to help enhance many skills we teach. Students are learning through play. We will now go into detail about the different centers. Blocks. At the beginning of the year, we introduce the centers one by one so that the students are familiar with the materials and how to use them. Also on the shelves in which the materials are kept, there are labels, so when students are finished working with the materials, they are able to find the label and place the materials back correctly. The students use the materials and are able to build different structures using blocks and a variety of other materials in the block center on our carpet. The Reading Center. The Reading Center is a mini library. Here they can look at books, they can play with puppets, they can retell stories using the felt board, and also they can listen to different stories on the tape. Through the Listening Center. The students love to play the iPads and different other games in the Reading Center. The Writing Center. Here at the Writing Center, students can get on the computers and interact with different games and online sites. At the center, we focus on different writing skills and also their alphabet. We have a variety of materials in which we can enhance these writing and alphabet skills. Each month we change up some of the materials in the Writing Center to go along with the theme we are teaching, but also to meet each of our students' abilities and interests. Most centers have tables in which the students can use the materials to work at easily at. The Science Center. In the Science Center, we have the sensory table, in which each month I put different variety of items in there to help with the fine motor skills and also to experience with different things from the earth, like soil, sand, rice, and different other objects. Science Center is all about exploring and discovering. Here in the Science Center, we also have a live pet hamster, so that they can explore and discover how living animals survive. Again, at the science table, they can use the materials from the shelves at the Science Center and work easily at the table. The Art Center. At the Art Center, we have a paint easel in which two students at the same time can paint on each side and create their original artwork using paint. When students create artwork or to let their artwork dry, they place it here on the drying rack. Students work at this table in the Art Center to use the different materials to create original artwork. In the Art Center, we have a variety of objects in which they can create this original artwork. Whenever they're creating their artwork, they use the trays that are on the second right side of the shelf, and they place their paperwork on there so that things would be able to easily go onto the dry rack. They can use scissors to cut with to work on their fine motor skills. We also have foam and other 3D objects that they can use and mold with their hands. They have different variety of 3D objects in which they can glue onto their paper. They also have pencils, chalk, markers, crayons, color pencils, watercolor paint, variety of paper, variety of books that they can use to enhance their knowledge of colors, and a variety of other things that they can use so they can create their original creative work. When their work is finished, or whenever they finish any work in the classroom, they have a pocket chart in which they find their name and place their work in. This work will be placed in their folders to go home every week so the parents can know exactly what's going on and what they are doing in the classroom. The Math Center. Again, here at the Math Center, students use the materials at the table to work. Students enhance their knowledge and build on the skills of making patterns, sorting, shapes, measuring. The Dramatic Play or Housekeeping Center. Here, students can dress up and pretend to be mothers, different community helpers. They can work with the babies. They can pretend that they are cooking in the kitchen. Each month, I change out the theme in the Housekeeping Center. For example, this month is gardening. So students can pretend that they are working in the garden and planting different flowers. Also in the center, students use house skills so that they can learn different things that they need to do. For example, cleaning. Students can also create original music in the music center during center time. We also do music through the interactive board. The board is also used for morning time when we introduce the calendar. Also, we use the board to use and look at different pictures, or to carry out different games, or to look at different websites in which the students can interact with. At the beginning of the year, students help develop their classroom and outside rules. We review these simple rules every day. If the weather permits, we eat snack on these picnic tables right outside our classroom door. This is a gated area in which the students can freely play, and we also have materials that we can take out, for example, the art easel, the sand and water table, tricycles, and a variety of balls that students can use and play with outside in this gated area. However, we also have the playground. During the day, we carry out a routine schedule. The kids also have a schedule with pictures in which they move whenever we move during the day. For example, during calendar time, we have a picture and the students move the symbol and put it on calendar time. After we finish calendar time, we then do music and movement. So my helper then changes their calendar so that it will go to music and movement. This helps them grasp a routine and helps them get through the day and know exactly what we are doing each day. There is time set aside for large group instruction, small group instruction, and also independent learning. The skills we teach in pre-K are based off the jails. The jails are broken down into different areas in which we focus on during large group time, small group time, and center time. These areas consist of personal and social development, physical development, language development, math, science, art, and social studies. To document that learning is occurring and exactly what each student knows, we use work sampling online.
Cool! Now try a different beginning sound. Let's go!
Here we input data for each child. They can have work samples, notes, or pictures in which demonstrates and explains exactly what skill they are demonstrating. When we input the data, we have to manipulate the checklist. The checklist explains to others and to ourselves as teachers exactly where the child lies in each skill. They can either be in progress, proficient, or not yet. We must input data for each child in each area that is covered through the jails and work sampling online. We do this during 2 periods. The first period is from August to December, and the second period is from January to May. After each period, so in December and May, we meet with the parents and hold a parent conference. They receive a progress report that is in detail about each area, how their child is performing in the classroom with the skills that we teach. This program allows us to provide instruction to meet each child's needs and interests. For example, if I see that a lot of students are needing language and literacy, then I will develop lessons so that my students can become more proficient in those skills. During large group time on the interactive board and also at their computers, students use a variety of educational websites to help enhance these skills, like Starfall, Reading Eggs, Bookflix, and many more.